I mean, do people truly believe that the energy rebates are fooling us to believe that energy prices are coming down? They are simply not. And you look at the investment community, especially out of the countries I dealt with before, I still do, the Japanese and the Koreans. They want more of our coal and gas, but we're not willing to sell it to them. Or we put so much red tape around this. So Australia has kind of stayed flat at 300 million tonnes a year of production. Yet Indonesia's gone from 350 to 850 mil tonnes. That could have been coal that Australia sold to the world.
And it would have been presumably higher calorific energy on average.
Yeah, cleaner, higher calorific content. And the Japanese and the Koreans love Australian coal because of the geopolitical kind of relative safety we get in Australia, although that is starting to come into question. And I think that's also a point worth bearing out, because in my 3 years as commissioner, and I've had a 40-year history in Japan, this is the first time I've ever heard the Japanese talk of Australia as a political risk. And I think it's worth people out there understanding that this was never even a thought bubble within the Japanese investment community. They thought that we were really tight. But the problem is, because we've thrown massive royalties without any consultation in Queensland, we try to do a coal reservation in New South Wales, they're thinking, well, hang on a minute. We thought we had a relationship where we could discuss these things, but you're now turning it into something whereby we have no say in it. And you just think, well, you need it, so you're going to pay for it.
Well, you've just illustrated to us that that's not the case.
No.
They wanted our coal, not easily accessed. So they've simply gone somewhere else. And the global impact on the climate that people are so worried about is exacerbated by our failure to meet that demand.
Well, look,
that's pretty unimpressive logic.
Well, but John, this, whether you're for net zero, against net zero, worried about climate change or not worried about climate change, I always say that the best indicator of people's individual concerns about climate change are their consumption habits.
Yeah.
So Boeing and Airbus published a 20-year forward projection for commercial aircraft deliveries. Both airframe manufacturers have said that the global fleet will double in size. The IATA, which is the International Association of Travel, they've said that over the next 2 decades, air travel should increase by 4% per annum. So that'll be exponential. So if people are truly concerned, why would they be flying? Global coal consumption, all-time record. LNG production, all-time record. Oil production, all-time record. So we talk about renewables and how important it is for Australia to do its bit to save the planet. But the rest of the world's not playing this game. And I know that our politicians and the 500 people that joined the COP summit in Brazil, can people not see the irony that the Brazilians had to fell 100,000 trees of the protected Amazonian rainforest to build a 13-kilometre highway to ferry these private jet flying delegates in and out of the conference? I mean, it's just, the hypocrisy is just massive. And I find it, maybe when the coalition sort of decided to go against net zero, that perhaps a COP summit in Adelaide next year would have just been an absolute palaver for the Labor government, just to see, well, one thing, the Adelaide Airport would probably have to expand the apron to park so many private jets. But the idea is that now we can be the COP31 president of negotiations and have it held in Turkey. So this is where we need to sort of bring this back. We've got so many departments telling us that we're all going to die if we don't aggressively transition to renewables. Yet our energy prices have never been more expensive. Businesses collapsing left, right, and centre. 2 of the best customers Australia's ever had in Japan and Korea are seriously starting to doubt whether we are an actual viable investment destination.